Hey friends, Logan Wells here with Dream Guitars, and among the incredibly unique instruments that we have here in the shop, this one stands alone even more so than normal, quote unquote, for us. This is a Wayne Henderson 45 style Dreadnought built in 2008, but there's a little more going on. Several years later, fingerstyle godfather, grandfather Ervin Somogyi actually went under the hood on this guitar and revoiced it for several applications and for several reasons, one of which, at least to my experience engaging with this guitar, is it seems to be a lot more sensitive to fingerstyle play, to a lighter touch, as well as still having good headroom for traditional flat picking, strumming, that kind of work that you would ordinarily associate with one of Wayne's Dreadnoughts. I've played a lot of Wayne's guitars, I've played a lot of Ervin's guitars, and this is a really cool, it's not exactly a collaboration per se, but it's very interesting to me to see kind of the intersection of those two styles of high-end guitar building. It's really interesting. This thing is quite delightful for fingerstyle, and like I said before, you still have some good headroom for flat picking, which is why, of course, we did that double demo. So we have this performance with Mr. Dustin Furlow. Thanks, Dustin. And of course, we also have Mr. Alan Shad. Thanks, Alan. So we have two different ways to show off this multifaceted creature. So other things, it's Brazilian rosewood back and sides. Of course, red spruce on top, really tight grain set too. And it's 45 style, so lots of trim on this one, and it looks great. So yeah, let's go ahead and hop into it for a little bit. Red spruce on top, nice tight grain. Either this guitar has darkened since '08, or perhaps there was a little bit of a tint added to it, but it's got a nice dark coloration to it, which I love. Sort of a, what's the animal? Sort of a leopard, there we go, leopard style pickguard. And then here's that 45 style trim along the top and framing out the fingerboard extension. And there's also these black lines in there too, which I like. And then coming out of the side, really dark Brazilian rosewood, like just incredibly dark. Some beautiful figuring, and we have some feathering, those ink lines coming through. And on the back, also really dark. But we still have some of that feathering. If you get it in the right light, you can really see some of that stuff. It just looks so cool. So again, 45 style treatment. We have the heel is trimmed out, the back and sides are trimmed out, the whole shebang. We put a lot of work into executing all of that inlay work. There's no small feat. Now the neck is mahogany, of course. It's got a somewhat pronounced V profile to it, so you can definitely feel the ridge, right? But it doesn't feel like it's a like super crisp bird's beak looking thing. Coming around the front, of course, we have the fiddle style headstock of Wayne's, and yeah, Henderson there in the center between the gold Waverly tuners. We also have abalone snowflakes, diamonds, and squares for position markers. So yeah, so if you are looking for an instrument that's going to really act as a very interesting intersection between your more traditional builds and your more modern fingerstyle builds, this Dreadnought from Wayne Henderson that has been revoiced, modified, if you will, by Ervin Somogyi is pretty cool. So if you want to learn more, give us a shout. We'd love to chat. Cheers.